Hey everybody, I am here today for Traci Reed and I have a hybrid layout for you. That is the photo we're going to be scrapbooking. We're going to use this gorgeous cut file from Cut to You and we're going to give it some pop with some patterns. We're also going to do a little bit of stamping, but let's look at all these gorgeous papers. So this set of papers are all winter themed papers from the Naughty List, and then we are actually going to pair it with papers from the Love List because both of those collections have a bit of very similar colors in them. So we're going to start. I do not use all these patterns I just showed you. These are just the patterns that I printed. So we might go ahead and make another layout with what I have left over later on this month. But for today, I'm going to start by backing my cut file. Backing a cut file with hybrid paper is exactly like backing a cut file with regular paper. Excuse me, I apparently have a frog in my throat. So you just flip the cut file over, flip your pattern paper over, trace it, cut it out, glue it down, and done. I want to add a bit of magic to my cut file, a bit of dimension, a bit of shine and sparkle. So I am using glossy accents. So there's actually two different products you can use. You can use Ranger glossy accents, or you can use Nuvo drops in the morning dew color. It will dry totally clear, and I am going to fill in all of this gorgeous, amazing whipped cream with this clear product. So this is going to dry completely clear. It's going to give you some dimension. It's going to give you some just a different texture on your page than just plain old paper. So when you add all of that glossy accents to your cut file, and we're going to add it to a couple embellishments too, you are going to need some serious dry time. Set those things aside, let them sit for a long time till they are completely dry. While I wait for my glossy accents to dry, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a bit of a title here. Well, subtitle. You may have noticed that my cut file says, but first hot chocolate. In my case, my photo is Boozey hot chocolate. I grabbed that Boozey hot chocolate to drink while we finished up outside at the zoo in December. So I thought that photo was perfect and that story was perfect to tell. I am just using some of my favorite letter stamps. These are from Wild Whisper. I'm going to spell out Boozey and then I'm going to fussy cut it. In addition to the glossy accents on my hot cocoa, I really want to add some more glossy accents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these simple ephemera pieces. These are all from the Love List collection. I just cut some hearts and a couple florals, because who doesn't love Boozey hot cocoa, right? I'm going to try two different techniques here. So some of these I am filling the hearts in completely with the glossy accents. Some of them I am going to go ahead and just drop little dots. Two different ways, both of them super awesome and cool, but they will give two different types of texture and dimension to these embellishments. And then I'm going to set them aside and let them dry. They will kind of curl up, things like that. If you feel like they're really bugging you, you can do what I just did, which will result in glossy accents on your fingers and you'll have to wipe them off, but that's okay. After letting all of those glossy elements dry as long as you possibly can, I let all of these dry overnight just to be sure that I had lots that they were fully dry. And then I did things like I backed the title and I cut my stamped little subtitle out. So this is kind of the design idea I'm going with. Just like that. Keep it kind of simple. We're using these cut files. We have all these gorgeous patterns. We don't need to fluff too much with the layout design. This is going to come together pretty easily. So I really like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I have cut some more little hearts and some florals and some different elements from the Loveless collection. I really loved the idea of putting some of those florals on my hot cocoa mug. And then of course, I have all these gorgeous hearts that I can add and sprinkle around, because who doesn't love Boozey hot chocolate? I know I do. I'm going to go ahead and trim 2 strips from this multi-colored snowflake paper. I'm going to use those gorgeous strips to just kind of frame up and also add a bit more color to my page. I'm using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive because when I print my 12 by 12 papers, the cardstock that I use gives me amazing quality, but it does not play well with my tape runner. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Now I'm just going to go ahead and stick and plunk, put all of these elements back where I had placed them initially, kind of layer up the flowers and the hearts, make sure there isn't any trapped white space. I do kind of change up some of my clusters, pick out some different things, but for the most part, they kind of stay very similar. I'm also popping some of these elements up on some foam tape for some more dimension. I think that is the key to a hybrid layout looking amazing. Texture and dimension. So we have a texture with our glossy accents, something that looks different than paper, so our layout does not end up looking flat. And then the foam tape will cast all those beautiful shadows and also keep our layout from looking flat. I'm a firm believer in finding ways to have no flat layouts. It's kind of like flat hair. You don't want it. It doesn't look good. Once I've adhered everything down, I'm just going to give it a quick look, make sure I don't want to add any more tiny details to my page. And that's where we're going to call this layout done. Be sure to head over to the blog and check out all of the full project photos. Also, try some glossy accents on your project next time. They just add that little bit of something extra. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.